Hello everyone, welcome to Team 33 presentations about the Messenger web applications. My name is Marcus and I'm in charge of the login and authentication user UI. I made a login form that takes the username and password of the user to compare it with the credentials stored in the MongoDB database so that if I already got a account registered here, I can just use it to log it in. And I also developed another feature which help user to uh, make a new password in case they forgot. But unfortunately, because of the technical issue, that feature is not available in the live site, but it actually works in the local site. Let me show you here. If I click forgot password, I use the registered email with the previous account. Then there will be another email sent to my inbox, which contain the OTP. I can just use that OTP, reset or make the new password. For example, just like this. All right, password is already updated. So I can actually use it to log in with the new password. And there you are, it actually works. That's all my part. Thank you.
Hi, so this is Jai, and I will be demonstrating the registration feature and logout feature and the notification feature, which our team decided to choose that as our team chosen feature for the requirements of Spring 2. So this is our app, and obviously if you're a user and then you hop into the app, the first thing you see is a login UI. And if you're a new user, obviously you don't have a credentials. So you would hop to register here, which will bring you to the register UI for new users. So as you can see, there's a couple fields where you can enter your information to store inside the database. So let's say we enter our name, full name, and the username, which we'll use to log in, and email, and a 10-digit number, phone number, and password. So it can be anything. So this one is a for confirm password, and what happens when you type a password that doesn't match the birth password? You will pop out an error saying that password do not match. So you keep doing so until you enter password that match their birth. So as you can see, the account after the account has been created, it will redirect you to the login UI. So you can proceed to login. But first, I would like to show you in our database. The register feature indeed store the new created account into the database. As you can see, it's right here before the fields. Let's say we're gonna log in with the credentials we just created. And as you can see, it will redirect you to the chat area. And I would like to also demonstrate the notification feature, which as you can see here, even though this is developed in Spring 1, but we really just, it was kind of like an additional feature. So we decided to use it as a Spring 2 requirements. So we'll click enable for notification, and after 3 seconds, it will went away. And let's say we're gonna have another page acting as another user logging in. And the only condition where you will receive a notification is when you click enable notification, which I did in this page. And if this page is hidden, like you're not actively looking at the app. So you send a message saying, hey, and as you can see at the bottom right, there's a notification pop up using the browser. And if you want to log out, you basically just click log out and then you redirect to the login UI. And same goes for the, yeah, and you'll be redirected.
Hello, this is Luke. For Sprint 2, I worked on the storing messages for both public and private chat in MongoDB. That way they could be retrieved later for public and private chat histories. So for demonstration purposes, I'll enter the in the public chat responses, I'll say, hello, sprint to demonstration. And as you can see, it sends the public chat. So then if we go over to MongoDB, we can check the chat cluster. And if we search for admin and then sender, that's admin, we can look through this database, and right here you see public chat stored with the sender as admin, the message, which was hello sprint 2 demonstration, and then the timestamp that it was sent as an integer. And then for private chats, if you go back to the login, this is a private chat with myself because I'm currently logged in as admin. So let's say hello to myself. I can go and check the private chat cluster over here and say sender was admin. And we can go check bottom here. And as you can see, the sender was stored as admin. For private chat, it also stores the receiver. That way, when the retrieve message use case was implemented by Connor, he knew which two users to populate the message for in the private chat. And then since it was a private message to myself, both the sender and the receiver are admin, but as you can see right above it, this one was between admin and test. And then the message here is hello to myself, as you saw I just sent, and then the timestamp again is an integer. And that's all I worked on for this sprint.
Hello, I'm Connor, and as Luke mentioned, one of the things that I worked on was retrieve message. So we can demonstrate that if we log out and then log back in, see if this works. So logging out, logging back in, all of the previous messages get loaded back in from the database into public and private chat so that you can kind of continue with your past conversations. We demonstrated with both of them. The next thing that I worked on was modify message and delete message. So, or edit and delete message. So I can demonstrate that with two messages right here, and then two messages in private chat. I'll edit one of them, and it'll have an edited tag there that'll show that, hey, this message has been edited. And then a delete message will say that, like, hey, the user deleted their message. But when you log out and then log back in, it's going to retrieve the messages back from the database, and the edited one will still contain the modified text and also contain the edited tag. The delete message will be completely gone. It'll just be deleted from the database. And that's what I worked on this sprint.
This is Rahul, and for this sprint, I worked on two things. So it was working with for show online users with Jai. So when I click on users, you can see all available users. At the very top will be all online users, which is us in this case. And as you've seen right now, our name is admin. So the other thing I worked on was edit profile. So if I go and change my username to say admin1, and then save those changes and then exit out, we'll see online users, the name changed. And then if we update it, refresh in the clusters, we will see, yeah, I should move to users. And then if you go into users, you'll see, yeah, we have admin1 changed. We can do the same thing with new password, old password, email. And the other thing is now the user can change which mode they want to be on. So if they want to be in Emerald, they'll change that. Or if they want to be in kind of like dark mode, they can change that as well. And just to show you what it looks like to change your full name, for example, I can write, make a new name, save that, and then go to the cluster. If I refresh, admin1 should now have a name attached to it as well. And that's what we did for sprint 2. Thank you.